Hey guys, I'm Ryan Wright.
And I'm Alanah.
Alanah Cole here from the Alanah Cole channel. She is really fucking awesome. Seriously, if you haven't checked out Alanah's channel before, check it out. And if you have checked it out, check it out again because seriously, her channel's really evolved. Her videos are like, I genuinely enjoy watching your videos. She is the first person on the channel that is openly gay. That's right, people. I am not homophobic, and I am proving it. Thank you, Alanah. Thank you by being next to me. This makes me feel special. But no, I want to do a special video about this. People were asking about, because apparently gay marriage is like legal in every state now, huh? That's pretty fucking crazy. It really is insane. Like, it kind of came out of nowhere for me.
Wait, when did you find out? Or when did you
I found out that I got like text messages from it from like a friend of mine was like, we can finally get married. And I was like...
You're like, whoa.
I got a girlfriend. I've always had point of views towards this. I've always had issues with it. Like, I have always found it so anti-American to not let gay people get married. It's always seemed just so fucked up because it's like, they're just people who... So who cares if they're the same sex? And people who are bothered by it, you're fucking stupid at this point because... Unless you're in another country that really frowns upon it, this is YouTube. But in America, you are dumb if you are against gay people now. Especially in California, it's always been bad. Not always, but lately it's been like, you're an outsider if you don't like gay people. It used to be such an issue in this country, you know?
For me, it's like, why is it an issue? Because separation of state and
church and state, yeah.
Like, it's two different things. So like, marriage to the church is going to be something different, and that's okay.
They were taking like personal beliefs and putting it into like state marriages, but that's the exactly opposite of separation of church and state. It's interesting for me, like I thought I'd take a video because Alanah's kind of inspired me. People have been asking me certain questions. I've gotten that question before, especially before I was dating Veronica. I was like, is Ryan gay? And because of some of the jokes I make. I figured, you know what, today I'm gonna be a little bit honest. I'm gonna start sharing some personal stuff, and I hope by some stuff I share that Alanah will share more because she shares plenty on her channel. Well,
actually, people also ask me like the same question that you've been asked, like, are you gay? Gay or bisexual or like whatever the word is. It could be so many different things.
Yeah. I just believe if you're a person, you could be attracted to another person. It doesn't matter what gender you are, what race you are, unless of course you're a certain kind of race that people don't like. There's certain races out there that you just shouldn't date.
Oh. You're like, oh my gosh.
Just joking.
Why is anyone judging someone's genitalia?
Yeah.
Why are you doing that?
Unless you got like a third nut, it's the only reason to judge it.
Yeah, if you have a third nut, then you can judge.
Oh yeah, totally. They deserve to be judged, if anything. Alanah's been kind of vocal about it on her channel with coming out recently. But with me, I'm not gay, and I don't know like what category you would put this under, but I have done experimentation. This is going to surprise a lot of subscribers. I have done experimentation with men in the past.
Dun, dun, dun.
I was one of those things where I tried it out a few times and I just realized this isn't for me. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about something that you were saying on your channel because for me it was a curiosity for a long time. Like, I was with an ex-girlfriend. I think it kind of came from just watching a lot of porn, to be honest. Like, I was watching a lot of porn. You just graduate into like, what's bisexual porn like? What's gay porn like? Then you just start watching this stuff. Then it got me curious as to like, I've been watching a lot of dicks and porn lately. Maybe I want to see what this is like a little bit. I tried it out, and by the end of it, I realized like, yeah, it's just not for me. I'm really drawn to women, but but you don't necessarily believe in. I was kind of confused by one of your videos.
Oh, yeah, the experimenting video.
Yeah.
I mean, for a lot of people, it could be different, but for me, I didn't have to like experiment before deciding that I liked girls, because I just knew. And it's kind of like when you grow up just knowing you liked girls, like from the beginning. I'm assuming you just like kind of felt like you liked girls. So like,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So for me, I kind of just like felt like I liked guys and girls. So for me, I didn't have to experiment. But for other people, they kind of have to, like how you were saying, like you needed to like experience that to know how you actually felt. Exactly,
yeah. For me, it was like, and time to go into some little storytelling for you guys. And now I know I'm going to get bombarded with questions about what happened. My first experience was the most embarrassing experience of my life, sexually. My girlfriend's sitting right there. This experience was very awkward. It was with a guy who I knew since 4th grade, actually.
Oh wow, so a good friend.
No, he was like that disgusting kid in class.
Oh.
Like the one with, look at my volcano boogers in my tissue. Like that kind of kid.
Oh, okay.
The one that like people were like, he'd be good looking if he wasn't so disgusting.
Yeah.
Like one of those kids. And then I like caught up with him like many years later. I was in my, it was just a few years ago. I did this video where I was talking about like, I think I may be bisexual. He saw this video, so he was like, dude, I really want to blow you.
You did a video on this channel?
Yeah, but the channel wasn't really anything at the time, so people forgot about it. So I was hanging out with him, and he like wanted to do something with me. But it was the worst kind of blowjob ever, because what he did was he took a plastic baggie, like a sandwich bag, and put it over my penis. And then...
As like a protective shield?
Yeah, because he's like, do you have a condom? And I was like, people wear condoms for blowjobs? That's weird. Have you ever had to do that?
I've never had to do that.
Who does that? Who like blows someone with a condom on?
Someone who wants to protect themselves from sexual diseases.
People do that?
It's probably a good idea.
Yes.
Really? Does it feel like anything?
Well, I don't know. You're the guy.
It didn't feel like anything. Well, at least with the plastic sandwich bag, it didn't feel like anything. I had a zit on my penis at the time. Do I still have that zit?
No.
Thank you. I had a zit on my penis at the time, and he freaked out thinking it was an STD. Second experience was really strange, too. That's when I tried out the whole Craigslist thing.
Okay.
You know,
okay.
the
We kind of
casual
talked about
encounters.
this on my channel.
Yeah, forever ago, right?
Yeah.
And so it was like one of those casual encounter things. This guy hit me up. It was like 4 a.m. and I was like going through a lot of like loneliness and depression at that time. So I was like, whatever, just act out sexually. And this guy came over, and literally within a few minutes, like not even like a minute, he was just like, you want to get started? And he just started touching me, and then went for it. Same thing happened. Zit on the penis was still there.
Wow.
So he freaked out, and he was like, you should see her face right now.
It's like, I want to hear it.
He freaked out and was like, oh my God, do you have herpes? So he was like so paranoid. And he stopped and left, which sucked, but kind of was good because it was weird.
Yeah.
You don't really know the person.
Yeah. I mean, I've never been in that situation.
No. Third one, another Craigslist person. He was cool, I guess. He had like a beard, and that's when I started realizing I don't think this is for me.
Because the beard.
This is the beard. I was like, I got a beard, but when I felt his beard, I was like, this is uncomfortable with your beard.
Okay, pause.
Yeah.
So when I kissed a girl for the first time, and like I would think like when I had long hair, I was like, how am I gonna feel like with a girl's hair, right? Because I normally kiss guys with like no hair. But like I liked it. So I was like,
okay.
I love long hair on another girl.
Okay, yeah. So it's always been something that, yeah, I see, that's what I mean. Through my experiences, I was like, this ain't for me.
Yeah.
And you know what's weird about every guy too? That especially the Craigslist dudes, they're always like, do you want to watch porn while we do stuff? Straight porn. They never...
Guys?
Yeah, they're never like, do you want to watch gay porn? They want to watch straight porn.
That's really interesting.
I know. What do you think about those guys who are like, I'm not gay, I just like to blow guys sometimes?
Why?
Why?
Like, why aren't you gay then?
Yeah. Yeah, because it trips me out too when guys say that. You see a lot of those Craigslist posts like, hey, I'm not gay, I just want someone to jerk off or jerk off with.
But why?
The last one was, long story short, went inside this person, thought it was a woman the whole time till I realized it was in this person's butt and found out that person had a penis. That's the long story short.
And what did you do?
I was really under the impression I was a little intoxicated at the time.
Okay.
I went along with it, but I just couldn't. I had the hardest time finishing. I feel like this person should have told me.
Yeah,
you know?
probably.
Not like, okay, you dress up as a woman, you look like a woman, but hey, if you got a penis, you gotta say something, you know?
Yeah, you have to say something at that point.
But no, that was actually a great experience in some way, because that's when I started realizing one thing, like opposite of just, like experimenting with guys, I realized how I wasn't a fan of having sexual experiences without some type of actual intimacy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I know a lot of guys are totally cool with that. Like, yeah, I don't mind just fucking a girl or something. But for me, I started realizing, like, I feel kind of empty when I do this stuff. I would want something more intimately involved. And then I got a girlfriend who... we had the best sex last night. Oh, that's not going to be in
Oh my!
But I got with my girlfriend after that, and it was the exact thing I wanted. I wasn't searching for something, but when it came into my life, it was like the kind of thing where I'm like, yeah, this is sort of what I've been patiently waiting for. Is
The emotional part too.
yeah, to be like sexually attracted to someone, but also have very big emotional attraction to someone. The reason I'm bringing that up too is because that's the whole point of like love and all that, you know, like that's
And
why I think it's...
you would end up getting married to someone.
Alanah, please. I would like to know, like, what was your first experience with a woman like? Like, how did that actually happen?
Okay, I have 2 different first experiences.
And were you nervous though?
Actually, I have 3 different first experiences. They're 3 different firsts because they're like different levels of firsts.
Okay.
So the first one was when I was in 8th grade, and that was the first time I kissed a girl. She didn't have long hair. She looked kind of like a boy.
Okay.
I was young enough that since she looked like a boy, it didn't really make a difference. Does that make sense?
Gotcha, yeah.
So that was just like that. That was my first experience kissing a girl. The first time I did anything with a girl, she had long hair, and our first kiss was this like regular whatever, and then first experience getting into it, I haven't really shared this with anyone.
Good.
So here we go.
Good.
She wouldn't let me do anything to her.
Okay.
And she said because she didn't want me to be experimenting. So it was like it was like after I came out and stuff, and she like thought like I was experimenting or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I was like...
By the way, guys, I'm sweating up a storm right now. It is like ridiculously hot in here.
But she didn't want me to do anything to her because she thought I was going to be like experimenting, and she didn't want that, which... I mean, I don't know, if you're still doing things to me, then whatever. It wasn't anything crazy, just kind of like hands, that's kind of it. And then the last time, I don't know if she wants me to tell everyone.
Yeah, she does.
Okay, I'm gonna whisper it to you who it is. You guys both know her. The person, you know?
I think I know who you're talking about already.
Okay, yeah. One of my friends was like, because I was telling her, like, I was dating this girl at the time, and, like, we hadn't done anything yet, and I was like, I feel like when I get in that position, I'm gonna be like, what the hell do I do? And she was like, why don't we just do something? And I was like, let's do that.
Wow. And you guys are still friends.
Oh, yeah. Best
So
friends.
you can be friends with someone who you've hooked up with before. Did you guys, like, go all the way?
Yeah.
Wow. Did not know that.
And, like, but then it goes back to that thing where you were like, oh, like, you need to, like, have sexual experiences with someone that you, like, really care about. And I did realize that through her. Because, like, I wouldn't hook up with her again.
Okay. So you didn't ever develop feelings for her. How old were you when you first started developing feelings for someone? Thank you so much. I don't know why I'm sweating so much right now. It's probably because you're watching this video too.
Actually, I have memories of when I was in 3rd grade. I saw this girl at the water fountain, and she had really long black hair. She knows. She's one of my friends still, but she doesn't know. She had like long black hair, and she was drinking water at the water fountain.
Okay.
And I was like, oh my god. I was like thinking like, she's so cute. Look at that long black hair. But in my head, since I was so young, and I was thinking like, oh, I can't like a girl. I was thinking, oh, I just think her hair's really nice. So I was just like, I'll just be friends with her, and she's still my friend.
What's the longest relationship you've had with a woman?
3 months.
What about a guy?
2 years.
2 years? Okay. But let's get the definitions out of the way a little bit. But you consider yourself gay.
Gay, yeah. And it's an umbrella term. So for me, I say gay just as like, I'm not straight.
Ah, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it. Okay. Well, thank you, Alanah. This made me more comfortable to open up about this stuff because I feel like I've had to be secretive about it.
Yeah.
Because honestly...
But we shouldn't have to.
Because, and saying this is just setting me up for more comments like this. But the number one used word for haters on YouTube is fag. So people will constantly be like, some hater will come across and be like, what a faggot.
And what do you mean by that?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I'm thinking like, that's such a derogatory word, but you're not even using it in the right context. So should I be offended or am I taking offense for other people? But regardless, it's still something that there are subscribers out there. There's a transgender subscriber that we have. And I know this person's had struggles, and I'm sure there's like actual subscribers who are gay, but they don't admit it. I'm kind of just saying it because like we're in this day and age now where gay marriage is legal all across 50 states. So I want to be in support of this because I know there's going to be backlash, of course. And I want to be in support of this by saying like, hey, I've done my partaking a little bit. I'm just so not opposed against it, and I'm hoping that if there's any subs out there who feel like they're in the closet or something, don't be afraid anymore. Don't be afraid.
Because you don't have to be.
How old were you when you realized again? You just grew up knowing it?
Well, when I was in 8th grade, I was like okay with it, and then I stopped like thinking about it, and then I was like completely okay with it this year.
But what's really weird is Veronica was telling me about how she was in Mexico and there's like a culture, I forgot, what are they? Haitians?
Yes, Haitian.
Haitians, they're apparently, I don't know what a Haitian is.
From Haiti.
Oh, from Haiti.
You don't know what Haiti is, do you?
Yes, I do.
In Haitian culture, it's pretty frowned upon to actually be gay. She was actually in this situation where she was in a class where the topic of homosexuality was brought up. There's a lot of Haitian classmates and they were just like bagging on gay people, like as if it was like the normal thing to do. It sucks that this isn't a worldwide thing that's solved, but at least in America, it's being taken care of, you know.
And
one
that's
step
gonna
at a
make,
time.
yeah, that's gonna make a big difference, I think.
I hope so. Anyway, guys, that's our little
Spiel.
gay talk.
Gay talk.
Yeah, that's what we'll call this video. Gay Talk with Ryan and Alanah. If you're new to the channel, you can subscribe to The Real Rejects. You can check out Alanah Cole's channel. It's a great channel. Check it out. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and you have a Vine?
Yeah,
Yeah, we have Vines too.
it's a little crazy.
Follow us there because if we get followers, she could get product placements and I could get more product placement. That's right, people. Money. Money. Having sex and making money are the two things that make you a great American. So if you're in America, you gotta do both. Have sex, make money. Product placement is one of the best ways to do it.
Merca.
Today we're endorsing homosexuality. We're hoping to get paid from the homosexual community.
What?
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for.
Okay.
How does it work?
I don't know.
Neither do I.
What?
How does gay pride work?
How does gay pride work?
Yeah.
What?
I always imagine in gay pride, like the actual parade, that there's just a bunch of gay people just having sex with each other.
Yeah.
Is that what it's like?
No.
I just think it's an orgy of gay people. Yeah.
Like on the floats?
Yeah, and I really did think that.
Have you been?
No, never been.
Oh. It's just a bunch of naked people, honestly.
Really?
They're not having sex.
Are any of them walking around with boners?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mhm.
I'd be so
At
self-conscious.
least in San Francisco. I've been to the one in San Francisco a couple times. I don't know about the LA one, but literally there are naked people walking around.
Baby, we're going.
I've been.
Were you naked?
No.
Were there a lot of naked people?
Well, yeah. Sometimes they'll usually have something.
Yeah, they'll have like a
something
little
that-
sock or something.
Yeah, whatever. I'm not jealous. Take care, guys.
Lots of
I said I'm not jealous.